I want to make this appeal as personal as possible, so allow me to say I'm reaching out in love to everyone. In cases of emergencies like we have now, love must be tough and truth can hurt. The Bible tells us, for instance, in Daniel chapter 8, verses 23 through 25, that in the last days, people that of the church, the mighty and the holy people, would be destroyed by peace and prosperity. And also in Revelation chapter 13, verse 7, speaking of the same issue, says that the beast would make war with the saints and overcome them. This spiritual war has already taken a great toll. It is almost over. Multitudes of church-going people have become casualties in this war. They are spiritually dead and do not realize it, because lying teachers and preachers have told them not to worry about sin in their lives. The great gathering to Jesus Christ, also called the rapture, is close. I thought it would have happened and be all over by now, but the merciful God has given us more time. Whenever it occurs, it will only happen for those that are free from sin. You must be holy in the sight of God. Therefore, rise up from the spiritual rubble left by the deadly effects of sin and the false promises of peace and prosperity. Be a spiritual survivor. Be willing to open your eyes to the dangerous lies that have invaded the church systems and take the appropriate action. You must know the truth and share it. The wages of sin is still spiritual death. The Old and New Testaments explicitly state that. That's why the Bible explicitly states that the main mission of Jesus Christ was to take away our sins, and that he washed us from our sins in his own blood. The Bible also clearly states that the person who commits sin is the servant of sin. And in another place it says that he that commits sin is of the devil. Very explicit, very easy to understand. Therefore, come and learn how to receive a real born-again experience and not receive the second death, which is being cast into the eternal lake of fire. You must realize that the practice of Christianity in America is not the same as what Jesus started in Jerusalem. It's almost impossible to find the practice of original Christianity today. I have received phone calls from people in several states saying they cannot find anyone presenting the clear, pure gospel of Jesus Christ like God has enabled us to do. The corrupt versions of the practice of Christianity that started in Europe have spread in America like a cancer. Things were added to the practice of Christianity that Jesus and the first apostles never accepted. Things such as ceremony, ornate buildings, musical entertainment, popular personalities, emphasis on money, and lots of man-made theological doctrines. Then in Europe, they protected their false doctrines and practices by savagely burning people at the stake. These leaders followed seducing spirits and not Jesus Christ. And most leaders today are doing the same thing. Jesus prepared me for this mission by catching me away into his presence and commanding me to follow him. Therefore, our ministry is based totally on the New Testament of Jesus Christ and his first apostles. Like them, we also teach how to do our part, which allows God to do his greater part. Like Jesus, we do not take up offerings or tithes. As Jesus said, freely you have received, so freely give. Giving is entirely up to the individual according to the New Testament.
So do not gamble with your soul. Come and learn how to think for yourself and receive instruction directly from the Bible.